You. All right. Thank you for joining us. This is Damien here for Journalism Club at the Blue Devil Report headquarters. Behind me, I got Blaze running the board. Ariel on the other side of the camera over there. You know, wave hi to the people, Ariel. All right. Star power. We are very lucky today. We're being joined by two Merced filmmakers. We've got Benito and Aguilara, and they're with us today. They're going to let us pick their brains a little bit about a film they did on the homelessness here in Merced, and yeah, I'm gonna let them tell you all about it. You know, take it away, sir.
Thanks for having us, man. Yeah, so basically, I did the film because I had family members that are homeless, and like my father was homeless at one time. So you know, everybody got a story, and you know, regardless of what people think. I mean, they may say, "Oh, they're bums. They're not hard workers. They're lazy. They're just drug addicts." I mean, in some case that might be, but a lot of them aren't. Mm-hmm. And I speak from experience because you know, like my uncle, he was a hard worker, you know, and he just fell in a bad situation, and you know, couldn't get himself up until he passed. You know what I mean? So I just feel for my community, and I want to show that everybody in our community that's homeless, they're not all bad. So that's basically what I wanted to show, you know, and get it out there and just show like, hey, this is what's going on in our community. I mean, you could ignore it if you want, but hey, it's going to be there, and yeah, it's a problem. So, you know, that's basically what I was trying to show. Absolutely. You know,
it really gets that across well. It's a very powerful film, a lot of powerful imagery, and you know, as we spoke, you know, on the break, man, that it touched me personally. I think it should speak to a lot of people. I don't think anybody is really going to be privileged enough to be more than like just two people removed from homelessness, you know, whether it's in their family or friend circle.
Yeah. Yeah, and two, I like showing. I know there's graphic stuff in there, and then I wanted to show that because you know, just so people get an idea of how these people are out here. You know, well, not these people, but how the homeless people are out there. And you know, for some people it's a drug problem, and others they can't get a helping hand up. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I wanted to show the heroin because I believe like that's one of the most besides meth, it's one of the most common drug for a homeless person to use. You know what I mean? And like I said, I've been around homeless drug users, so you know, that's what's around. So that's what I wanted to show. You know.
Yeah, and that scene with the heroin use, it's graphic, it's disturbing, but I think it's also important. You know, I mean, you put it in. I'm sure you feel that way too. But I think maybe a lot of people. I try not to do this, but I scroll down to the comment section, and there's so many people.
Yeah.
You know, so many people had an opinion on people using drug use. They deserve to be there. That's why they can't get out of it, and people don't understand, man. Like, you know, $10 will not get you a lot of heroin, but it will get you enough heroin to get you through the day. $10 a day will not get you enough food to get through the day.
Yeah. That's and it's funny that you say that because the guy that I filmed, we had a conversation off camera because he was like, "Oh, I don't want my face or voice to be shown," and I was like, "You know what? That's cool. I could I understand where you're coming from because you're in our community, so you don't want, you know, maybe hey, your cousin might stumble across it and see it and be like, oh my God, you know, my cousin's doing that. I didn't have no idea. You know what I mean? So, but it's funny you say that because he was like, I think he had got a 20, but he was shooting up a little bit. But that he said that was only gonna last him about maybe 4 hours. Then he was gonna have to shoot up again, man. I'm like, damn. I go, well, I asked him, do you do it to get high? Or he was like, you know what, don't get me wrong, it does get me high, but I do it to get well. Because if I don't do it, and I'm gonna start getting fucking sick, and I'm gonna have the shits, and you know. So I was just like, man, dude, it's crazy, man. And I seen how people it tears them down, dude. This guy, he said that he owned 2 houses. He had like 3 or 4 badass cars, and he said with all in a year, because he was on that shit, he lost it all. You know what I mean? Because he either was like, fuck it, I need money to get high, and wow, you know. So it's just terrible, man. So I don't know, man. It's just crazy, man, the way that drug does to you, especially meth too.
Oh yeah. I have some family members that are, I say struggled like it's a thing of the past. It's never a thing of the past. You know?
Yeah.
And you know, I think it does a great job of illustrating that, you know, every homeless person is just that they're homeless, but they're also a person. And I mean, and that sound like doing a corny platitude, but every single person has their own individual circumstances, their own individual story. And you know, one guy who lost his life due to drugs, you have the next person coming down the line. They might just had some bad luck. You know, they might have had a DUI, cost them their job, and next thing you know, 6 months later, they're out on the street from one bad decision.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Another thing I saw in the comments, you mentioned not wanting to be seen in your community. Lil Ro, somebody went to high school with her, and was you know, talking about how tragic it was to see her like that. And I couldn't help but wonder, well, now you know where she is.
Yeah.
Are you going to do anything about it?
Well, you know, I put it on our Instagram, and someone actually asked me, "Oh, you know, I know her. Is there any way I could find her? I'd like to help her out." So someone actually did reach out, but this was maybe in like a month, maybe a little over a month after the film. So I couldn't really say where she was because I know the homeless move from place to place, you know.
Yeah.
And regarding your going back to your comment saying people talking shit about, oh, he's using drugs. Everyone has their vices, you know, whether it's alcohol, cigarettes, I mean, food, anything. You can't really judge on people for what they do. That's just their way of coping with stuff. Other people, you know, cope different ways, and that's just human nature, you know. So
yeah, unfortunately, that's the other part of human nature. Like we I think as a society, as a species, we love to look down on people. We love to say, well, yeah, I have my vice, but my vice hasn't led me down here. You know,
exactly.
You're always somebody to look down on for doing the same stuff that you do, and
that sucks because I mean, in my opinion, some people are nasty. You know.
Yeah.
I mean, why can't you just be nice? Like, you don't have to hate on someone just because they're doing better than you. If you don't like their situation, make your situation better and better yourself. You know, but. I always say people equal shit. I'm a Slipknot fan, so you know I always use that term every time someone talks shit about someone or try to put you down or something. That's one of the main things I go to. It's like, well, fuck them. They don't have to like me. I don't care, you know. So
no, and that's a really good point, and you know, great point that you made there. And I have to say that's one of my bad habits is scrolling down to the comment section, man. That's not, you know, that's where people go.
I do it too, man. I got the popcorn. Let me see the comments.
Didn't you want to say something about the comment the other person left last time? Remember?
Oh yeah. Well, like I go and see the comments, or it'll give me notifications like when someone leaves a comment like on my videos, because I have a couple on there. But the one we're talking about, the homeless one, I don't really trip. I mean, people got their own opinions and shit like that. And like he was saying, I shine it on. It really don't matter to me. But not too long ago, there was someone commented, was like, wow, this is a nice fake ass fucking film. These are real nice job on hiring these fucking actors. And you know, I looked at it and I was like, nah, don't trip because it's not even worth your time. But you know what? I put it out there like on my Instagram and for Facebook, you know, to let my friends see. And I wrote a little thing in the how I was feeling, you know, and I told them, you know what, I really don't trip off comments and whatever people say. I mean, that's your own fucking opinion. But I told this dude, you know what, go eat a dick, because I took the time out to go and do this. And hey, I wish that they were hired actors, because then they wouldn't be homeless. But the dude was trying to say, oh, I've been homeless for 8 years. And the thing I think about it, what he probably thought was fake, is because to me, when I see that little girl, Little Ro, you know, she said, oh, you know, I've been on meth, and you know, I'm homeless out here, and dudes, they grab me and they rape me. Even through all that shit she been through, she was still smiling, bro. She was still had an uplifted spirit, like, hey, I'm gonna get through this, you know, in this situation, and I could respect that. You know what I mean? That the shitty situation she's in, she still sees like light at the end of the tunnel. You know what I mean? So that's the only thing that I had to say about that dude was like, dude, this shit ain't fake, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, how the fuck can you fake that? Putting the needle in your arm and, you know, these people sharing this story. But like I said, everybody got their own opinion. But like to that dude, if he ever comes across this video, I'm not gonna say your names, but like I said before, eat a dick, bro. I'm gonna open your mouth, you know. So, and I'm pretty much a easygoing guy, and you know, I shine shit on, but just that one comment really got to me because you know these people were really hurting and trying to you know say what they do, how they're out here, but yeah, but like I said, that's done and over with. So.
Well, I would love to really know. Like, I know I referred to you guys earlier as filmmakers. Like, do you use the moniker filmmaker, or do you prefer documentarian? And like, kind of what, like, how did you get into it?
Well, we always been into film since we were younger. Like, we're talking about, you know, off the air, how we used to use like a mini DV video camera just to, you know, make dumb movies with friends, make dancing videos and things like that. But then we started getting a little more serious as we got older, started making more money, buying more better equipment, and then started getting photography because we wanted to film weddings and, you know, quinceañeras and things like that, big events. But then I know a lot of people sometimes don't want video, so they just want pictures. So we're self-taught photographers, YouTube, you know, Google, anything we could do, learning how to do lighting, editing, all that kind of stuff. So we've only been in photography for a year, but I think it's going well because everyone likes our work and we get jobs here and there. You know, it's not something we do for a living because we got good jobs, but something we like to do. And if we can make people happy with the pictures, we like to do that too.
So you're doing like true, straight up DIY guerrilla style
filmmaking.
Yeah.
And then to answer your question is, I would say filmmakers, because we do make other films beside documentaries. You know, like we write, direct, edit, do most of the camera work here and there, and just things like that. We have local friends that are actors, actresses, and we just link up with them, and even if they're not the, you know, greatest actor, actress, we still put it together because it's fun and they like to do it. So
yeah, that's wonderful, man. But you know, I know. I'm sorry, you asked me to call you Benny. But,
it don't matter, whatever, man.
It's but you know, it says on the Life in America film that's filmed by Benito Lara. Do you how do you guys split up the responsibility, split up the credits and something like that?
Well, see that one was my film. I mostly did it, but he helped me on one scene. So the thing about it is, like, say if I go out and film it like I did, I would say this is my film, but me and him, we started a company. We're 50-50. We got a photography company and a production company called Wide Angle Studios where we film and stuff like that. So that's basically how we do it. So if I was to make something, I'll still put our company name, but then say who did the film. You know what I mean? So like he's supposed to be doing a script I wrote called The Boy. I wrote the script called The Boy, so he's gonna direct it and stuff. So he'll just say, oh, it was written by Benito Lara and Agustin Lara directed it. So you know we kind of do like 50-50, you know, because we always participate in each other's stuff anyway. So.
Yeah, so it's not like clear lines drawn necessarily.
Oh, nah. I mean, shit, I call him all the time, and we call each other, send pictures back and forth. What do you think about this? Or, hey, what do you think about this edit? And, you know, he's my go-to guy, though, for the editing because he's real good at the editing in the computer. So the shit he could do, like, in 4 hours would take me a day, you know? So I always tell him, hey, fool, I'm filming, so edit this shit for me. And he was like, all right, cool. So it's equal, 50-50, you know?
Can you tell me about some of the other films that you've done? You mentioned you had other stuff up on YouTube.
Yeah, lately I've been the majority is I like to do documentaries because I know people like real stuff, you know. So because I noticed as soon as I put that the homeless in America up there, that shit took off. Right now it's at I want to say like something like 50,000, 40-something thousand views. But I also got two more documentaries. One's called it's about a meth addict. It's an interview with a meth addict, an afternoon with a meth addict. That one's at like 60,000. You know, so that one passed. This one I done.
Wow.
You know, so that one's actually doing more. You know, it's just basically having an interview with a guy that uses meth. He's just telling how his daily life is and you know all the stuff he's been through. And then I got another one that I just finished. It's called The Fight Game.
Mm-hmm.
It's about a local fighter, MMA fighter right here at Merced. You know, and that one's like a shorter documentary. It's only about like 10, 12 minutes. You know, so. Those are the other ones on, but my YouTube page is Benito Lara. You know, so if anybody sees this, they could look it up and check out my films. And then I also got another short film because how you're asking if we just do documentaries. It's called Danny the Bum.
Mm-hmm.
It's about a homeless guy. You know, where he's homeless and he stumbles across a wallet he finds, and then he just how do I say? He paces back and forth, wondering if he should return it or not. You know, and it's just basically like a triumphant story.
Yeah.
You know, so that's one I wrote and directed. You know, so that was the other one. So I got like maybe 4 films up there. You know, so, yeah. I mean, like I said, I'm not getting paid to do it. I'm actually coming out my pocket to make these films. But like I said, hey, I enjoy doing it, and you know, that's what I do in my spare time, and you know.
Then I have 3 films out on YouTube right now. One is called Unraveling. It's about a wife and a husband having problems and an affair going on. You'll find out if you watch it. It's on YouTube. Then I have another one called Calorophobia.
Mm-hmm.
It's about 2 clowns. I just describe it as 2 clowns have a fun night with the unlucky victim, which is a girl.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to give too much away, but and then my third one is called The Grunt. Mm-hmm. It's about a Army veteran PTSD. I actually won an award at the Violet Film Festival that just passed right here in Merced.
Hey, congratulations.
So thank you. That was pretty good. I mean, I think of stories I like and I would want to see, and I just write it and put it together like that. And you know, shout out to my cast. I got a good buddy, Jeff. Mm-hmm. He's local. I think a lot of people know him. He's a good actor. He did amazing performance in that movie. I think what made us win right there. So it was pretty good. So if you guys listening to this, check it out. It's on YouTube. My channel is Augustine Lara, and I did a couple. I do a couple highlight videos. Like we caught some attention from UFC fighters, Uriah Faber and like Cody Garbrandt and all them. So I have him on social media. I sent him some of our images, and we went down there and shot a highlight film for them, and then did some pictures for them, and they loved them. So they always welcome us back every now and then. But it's kind of far to drive 2 hours when we have full-time jobs and everything.
Yeah.
So, but I keep in contact with them. Then we also did a thing for Make-A-Wish Foundation. So I work at Blue Diamond.
Oh, that's great, man.
Yeah, so they know I'm the video photo guy there. So I offered my time, took some pictures, did some videos. This little highlight tape of the girl, you know, it's just a sad story. And I mean, everyone loves what we do, and it's fun. And we recently just did a commercial, commercial / highlight for the new Aces and Kings cheesesteak downtown.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so if you see their video on their Facebook, that's our work right there.
Oh,
So
cool, man.
so we just try to do anything local or try to put our name out there and just try to get anything we can, you know, because we like doing it and it's fun. And I think we do a good job. If people don't like it, fuck you. Can I say that? I mean, it's hard. It's hard stuff, you know. I mean, not everyone thinks they can, but it's hard to write a movie, put it together, edit it, get actors, do all this kind of stuff. It's a process.
Oh, it
and
takes
yeah.
dedication.
So
Yeah.
So
That's
yeah, it's pretty
wonderful,
much it. Yeah.
Yeah, no, guys, thank you for sharing all that, and hopefully, you know, we can, the people that watch your films will watch some of this, and maybe get turned on to some of your other works there. I don't know. I mean, I feel like I have like the requisite like cheesy interviewer question. Like, what was one I saw? If you could direct a Marvel movie, which one would you want to direct? What character? Or it could be DC. I'm not a snob.
Go. You answer that.
I would say I'm not really into those movies, honestly, but I'd probably say Wolverine.
Wolverine.
Like not the the earlier ones, but like the ones now where he's badass and he's fucking killing people and everything, something like that, you know? Yeah,
like that Logan was sick.
yeah,
I
like
that.
Logan, you know, that I like those type. Like
Yeah.
I don't really like the too superhero-y type stuff.
Yeah.
Everyone's talking about like Avengers and all that. I'm like, I don't really care.
Yeah, it's just more of the same, man. I'm not saying that they're not entertaining, but you know, it's just kind of the same formula after every one. Well, let me ask you a real question then. Like, what films are you into? Like, what was the last thing you saw that made you go, oh man, that's awesome. I want to do some of that.
Well, I'll answer your question on the latest movie I seen. Well, I seen it a long time ago, but I watched some of it last night. Was it's kind of sound weird, but it's called Scent of a Woman with Al Pacino and I think Chris O'Donnell. But I don't know. Like I was telling the guys earlier off air. I like the old school like acting, you know, all the real stunts, none of that CGI bull crap. I mean, some of it's all right. Don't get me wrong, because I know nowadays that's what you need. But I just like the old school acting. But I would have to say like Martin Scorsese and Quentin Tarantino and like what Ridley Scott and Tony Scott. Yeah. Those are my kind of genres and stuff. I like everything, but you know, I like the action, the drama, and you know, just that hardcore shit. You know, so. Yeah. But like I said, I'm open to everything. I'm a filmmaker, so I'll watch anything, you know?
Even if you just watch it as like a cautionary tale, like, you know.
Yeah, because a lot of them got, you know, like good ideas and, you know, so stuff that I could use in like my writing and stuff like that. So like I keep an open mind to all that stuff. Like I don't limit myself to one genre of movies. I'm just like here and there. It's the same with music, you know? So I feel like you need like every tool under your belt you could get, so I just keep an open mind for that. You know,
I like some like older movies. Like I'm a big fan of Spielberg and Tarantino. Like I love Schindler's List. That's an awesome movie. Tarantino, Pulp Fiction, like one of the best movies. I think everyone likes that movie, but every time it's on TV, always on. You know, no matter what. I'm also big into horror. Like the old school horror, like my favorite movie is Halloween, the original by John Carpenter, just because, like you said, back then there was no CGI, it was all camera work back then, you know, the POV, the lurking, and it's just a suspense that what gets people, and I even kind of use that in my movie Calorophobia, where I don't show a lot, but just by saying someone's going to do something, I think that's scary, you know, and that's kind of like in the Halloween and the old school horror movies too. They don't show too much, but you don't really need to see what's going to happen because you already know a guy with a knife's going to stab someone in the face or something, you know. So
that's a big scary dude running around with a knife. Yeah, somebody's probably going to get stabbed at some point. But yeah, that's, you know, I feel I'm with you in the modern horror movies. They're lacking. I feel like giving the audience any credit. Like you got to let the audience kind of scare themselves a little bit with what you've given them, instead of just like showing everything super graphic. Everything's a jump scare and then blood all over the place.
Yeah, like a lot. I know. I mean, I love Saw. I know that's super graphic, but a lot of people don't like it. They're like, oh, it's too bloody. It's too bloody. But for some movies, it's okay. But for other ones, if you're trying to do like a big backstory and all that kind of stuff, then it's like, I'm kind of overdoing it, you know. So, but another movie I really love is Slumdog Millionaire. Like, that's a great story. And so I just like little things like that, you know, like just powerful movies with good stories, good acting. And I don't like CGI too much, but I'm looking forward to that, was it Ready Player One?
Oh, yeah.
Coming out. This is by Spielberg, so I mean, he always makes good movies, so.
Yeah, I've read that book. I'm looking forward to that one myself. Although, yeah, I was kind of wondering, like, how on earth are they gonna do that? Because that's a film that just has so much in it. But then I heard Spielberg was doing it. I kind of the same thing. I'm like, well, I got to go see it now. You know? All right, guys. Any? I mean, as you know, people who are working full time and also pursuing their passion, is there any advice you could give to like budding filmmakers out there? You know, anybody who's listening to this and is like, oh man, these guys are doing what I want to do. How do I get started?
All I could say is all I gotta say is just do it, man. I mean, pick up a camera. It don't gotta be the most expensive camera. Shit, even if you got a phone, I know you guys take selfies and little videos out there. So just hit the record button and just start speaking into it and act. So that's all I gotta say. Just get up off the couch, go do it. I mean, I know you have jobs. I got jobs. I got kids. And it's tough to have time. But I mean, instead of you sitting down watching TV, if you really want to go and do it, just get your phone out, man, and start recording. That's what my advice I'll give them. Just do it.
Nike, just do it. I would say the same thing. Don't worry about your equipment. I mean, you're not trying to be super pro, professional. Just write a script that you like, grab a group of friends, buy beer, have fun, just go out, film it. And people don't like the outcome. Like I said, fuck them. It's your movie. Then, as long as you enjoy it. Because that's what I used to think too. Oh, are people gonna like it? Are people gonna like my photos and all this kind of stuff? And now I kind of care a little bit because we want to get paid for it, But if they don't, I mean, everyone has their own opinion about stuff. They might like someone else's photography, videos, or whatever. Then, I mean, cool for them. You don't got to hire me, But yeah, just your time off. If you want to dedicate your time off to making a film, go do it, and it should come out good no matter what. So.
Wonderful. Thanks, guys. Any last words, shout outs you want to give?
Yeah, I just want to thank you guys for having us here. If anybody out there sees this or hears this, I don't know how you guys are going to upload it or whatever, but I like working with my locals around here. So, if you guys got a script or, you need someone to film or, you just want to collaborate, you could get at me. My name's Benito Lara. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Instagram, Benito Lara. Like I said, just get out there, do it. And if you guys need any help or want to collaborate on anything, feel free to hit me up. I'm always down to work with the locals. And I just want to shout out my boy out there. His name's Dubtown Robert Rivas. I just shot a music video for him. It's going to be dropping December 29th. It's called 1 Million. Just be on the lookout for that. He's a real good artist, and he speaks the truth on stuff out here. So, 1 Million. Look out for that video. Robert Rivas, Dubtown Rob. Thanks for having me.
I'm gonna give a shout out to my wife just because I don't want to get in trouble. Nah, I mean, she's supportive. She lets me spend money on all the equipment I need, and on my days off I'm supposed to be hanging out with the family, but I'm filming, so she knows it's a passion of mine and she's supportive of it. And just keep a lookout. We're gonna have a couple films dropping. I'm writing one right now called Dance with the Devil. It's about a song by Mortal Technique. I'm switching it up a little bit.
Yeah.
And then I might do a police one. I know there's a lot of scrutiny with all that going on right now, but I want to show, the good side of the police, because a lot of people bash them. I mean, I know there's some bad ones, and there's some good ones. Just like people, everyone's bad, everyone's good. So I just want to kind of show both sides of it, So just keep a lookout for our upcoming films, and we're on Instagram at Wide Angle Studios, and on Facebook, our name is Augustine Benito Lara. You can find our photography page on there, or if not, you could just add us individually, and we can add you to our page. So, thanks for having us.
All right. Well, great, guys. Thank you so much for coming in. And again, that's Wide Angle Studios, and we've been lucky enough today to have Augustine and Benito Lara join us in the studio here. And this is Damien on behalf of Blue Devil Radio Project.